Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is no financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in the most of these companies. Yeah, let's go and let's jump right into it. So first of all, we have here the Bitcoin monthly returns from 2011 here until today. So first of all, we can see the last 5 months we were very significantly in green here. Yeah, also March is right now in green because we started at 46,000 or something like this, and we're right now at 57,000. So it looks like it's going to be another green month. But you can see the March is, yeah, in the last 10 years it was a very red month here. Most of the time it was red. Some people say because of taxes they have to pay it in the US in April, so people are cashing out or something like this. But you can also see that April, May and June, they have a lot more green month. So yeah, we will see how this all plays out. Yeah, gonna be very interesting. So let's move on. Yeah, the mining profitability here for Bitcoin, we had a very high number here at 42.5 cents here a few days ago. We're now here at 37 cents. So that looks very good right now. Also Ethereum is on track here with more than 10 cents per day per mega hash. Yeah, Zcash is a little bit lagging here. They should be higher right now, but they will come later in the bull market. I think so. Okay, yeah, we have a new miner in the BMXI, and I'm very excited to introduce to you DigiHost. DigiHost is a miner in the US. They are in New York State, very close to the Canadian border. They are mining in Buffalo. They have a lot of hydropower there, I think more than 2 gigawatts. One of the biggest hydro dams in North America. And they're traded on the TSX Venture Exchange, and I was invested, I think 6 weeks ago or so. I bought very cheap. I was riding the wave, but I sold too early. Now they have a big drop, and now I'm back in this company. We have now more data, so I think yeah, we can try it to add them here in our BMXI. Yeah, they have right now 189 petahash. They're mining 1.2 bitcoins per day, so they're a lot smaller than our other miners. The HODLX is at 220 bitcoins at the end of February, and the market cap is right now at approximately 120 million US dollars. So yeah, they seem very cheap. So we will see how this, yeah, what's the rank in the BMXI right now. Okay, so the operational excellence, the 10-day gross mining margin, the 30-day and the 90-day here. So we can see, yeah, Hive Blockchain at 370,000 or something like this right now. We can see that they're all here going up, so no bear market here inside. Looks very good here. Yeah, we can see Argo Blockchain. They were a few weeks ago, they were very lower here, but they have now close to 1.1 exahash, and they have very efficient miners, the S9, a lot of S19s. So yeah, they should make a lot of money right now, and they are very good on the cost side. So yeah, that's very good for Argo Blockchain. Then we have DigiHost here. They make, yeah, in my calculation right now, on the 10-day average, like 46,000, maybe a little bit more here right now, because they mine 1.2 bitcoins a day. Yeah, should be about 50,000 right now, but I think I'm a little bit more conservative here. So yeah, we will see how this develops. Then we have the hash rate for 2021. Yeah, I forgot to include here a DigiHost, but they are very low here with 189 petahash, and there's nothing more disclosed, but they raised a lot of cash in the last few days. So maybe they can get some more miners, or maybe they're buying some bitcoins. We will see, but I think there's something in the bush. Right now we are here, and Bitfarms is right now with 1.3 exahash. Is the leader right now. Then we have Riot, HODLX and Argo on the same level here. Then we have Mara. Mara will have a huge increase very soon. And then we have Hive Blockchain approximately at 320 petahash. So Hive is starting also in April here with the first increases, but the big increase here in Bitcoin hash rate will come later in this year. And yeah, this is the daily gross mining margin here. So we can see Hive is still here number 1. Then Argo is very good here, Riot Blockchain, Bitfarms here, HODLX, Mara, and that's DigiHost. Okay, let's move on. Then we have the operational excellence 3, which is the first indicator of my BMX and BMXI model. So still Hive number 1, Bitfarms number 2, Riot number 3, Argo Blockchain number 4, they're here rising very hard. Then we have HODLX, Mara, and DigiHost here down there. Then we have the HODL excellence. Still Mara with like 5,000 bitcoins, number 1. We have HODLX number 2. They should have right now like 3,200 bitcoins or so. Then we have Hive. They should have a lot of Ethereum. Then we have Riot, Argo Blockchain, Bitfarms, and DigiHost down here with the like 250 bitcoins at the end of the month or so. Let's move on. Then we have the strategic excellence, which is looking into the future, like 180 days, the hash rate and the HODL. What's the HODL then there, and what's the value of HODL in US dollar terms? So that's a little bit more complicated here. But here Mara we have number 1 because they should have the highest hash rate soon, and they should have the biggest HODL, or they have the biggest HODL also in the future. When Bitcoin increases, let's say to 100,000, their Bitcoins will move significantly in US dollar value. Yeah, and some people were saying, this is so stupid that Mara bought these Bitcoins because a miner should not buy Bitcoins, it should mine Bitcoins. At that time, I was thinking a little bit about this, but then I said it was a smart move. And I think the most people would agree right now it was a smart move because it was 2 months ago, and it was they bought at 150 million, and the price is now it's close to double. So it's now 270 million US dollars. So they made like 120 million with this purchase of Bitcoins, no miners or something like this. And yeah, I think they don't had to pay all the miners right now. So they they played with the cash they had, and to increase and if they want to buy more miners, they can sell the Bitcoins and buy the miners with this Bitcoins. So it's a lot smarter to hold Bitcoin in the bull run than holding cash. This is obviously right now, and that's why HODL excellence has a huge value in my opinion, and that's why I have this here in my model. It's not only about mining Bitcoins, it's also about holding Bitcoins. I mean, at some point you have to sell, and this is going to be very interesting when these miners are starting to sell. We have to see, because that's maybe a sign that the bull market is coming to an end. But right now, no one is selling, they're buying or mining. Also, DMG blockchain, for example, bought 220 Bitcoin this week. They need now a few miners, so DMG blockchain, I want to add them too, but right now there's no disclosed hash rate. So yeah, I'm waiting for this, but this could be the next one. Okay, but on the strategic side, we have Mara number 1, Hive number 2, Riot number 3, HODLX number 4, Argo Blockchain number 5, Bitfarms number 6, and DigiHost number 7. So here's the Bitcoin, the BLONITY minus excellence here. No big changes. We have Mara still number 1, HODLX number 2, Hive Blockchain number 3, Riot number 4, Argo number 5, Bitfarms number 6, and DigiHost number 7. So they're new here. And this is the BMXI. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. In terms of relative value, we have a new leader here, and this is DigiHost. I mean, take this a little bit with a grain of salt here, because it's a very small cap miner. I don't have as much information as I have about HOD and Bitfarms and Hive and Argo, because I follow these companies here for years now, and I would say I know a lot about these companies. But right now, DigiHost seems very undervalued, and yeah, that's why it's my new leader here right now. So it's number 1, HODLX number 2, and Bitfarms number 3, Hive number 4, Argo number 5, Mara number 6, and Riot number 7. I mean, we know that these NASDAQ companies, they're playing in a different league in terms of volume, liquidity, and all these things. So that's why it's very difficult for them to rise here in this thing. It would be nice if all these stocks would be traded on the same exchange. I'm now talking with some of my patrons to build an additional indicator here, which includes the traded volume on these exchanges. So then this would lift these stocks here significantly up. So maybe next week I will have an additional indicator which tries to level out the advantage of NASDAQ. And but I hope that these other stocks here can go to NASDAQ soon or something like this, and we don't have to deal with this. We're on this exchange or on this exchange. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, yeah, so that's the ranking right now. And yeah, what I really like, I mean, HUD was now like eight weeks or so at #1 here, and it's becoming a little bit boring. So I would love it if we have every week a new leader here. That's a lot more fun. So I think that's cool to have a new leader here right now. You know that I like HUD. I like all these companies here because they are all miners. But yes, sometimes a little bit lead changes, it does not hurt, I guess. Yeah, and you can see why DigiHost is in the BMXI #1. The market cap is very low here, 120 million. And the value is not bad of this company, and the relative value too. So you can see here Mara and Riot at 4.3 billion, and then we have DigiHost down here. So there's a lot of potential for this company. And yeah, we can see here also the others here. Still HUD and Bitfarms are still below 1 billion. But I think, yeah, we will have these financials this week. So yeah, we will see how this works for these companies. And yeah, for DigiHost, I mean, you can see why the market cap is so low. They were close to $6 Canadian, and they are now more than 50% down. They had some big dilution in the last few days. They raised a lot of cash. I hope they can, yeah, buy some miners with this cash. And yeah, that's why I bought down here. First I bought here, then it dropped again, then I bought a big chunk here. So I'm right now 8% or so of my portfolio is right now in DigiHost. So yeah, and if you see this here, I hope this could play out for DigiHost, but right now they're very down, and that's why they're in the BMXI so high right now. Okay, how many X since BMX version 0.3? So that was mid of December. We can see last week we were here, and this week we're here. And yeah, a lot of people always, when this market opens, and then there's Mara and Riot has a little bit more percentage, they're always complaining, oh, Mara and Riot on these Nasdaq companies, they're rising much harder than these other stocks. This is so boring. But guys, look at the numbers. That's wrong. From the last week to this week, I mean, Mara rose from 8.6 here to 9.1. Riot from 7.4 to 7.5. So there's no big increase. Also for HUD, you know, from 7.1 to 7.3. Bitfarms from 11.7 to 12.2. Argo dropped a little bit. Also Hive dropped a little bit. But yeah, also on the long term, you can see that in the last 3 months here, from the mid-December till now, here, I mean, Argo is the #1 here with 26x since this time. Then we have Bitfarms was rising more than Mara or Riot. We can also see that HUD is not far away. Only Hive is a little bit down, but they had a little front run to the other stocks. They were before this December 13th. They were very high. So this was the first stock which popped like crazy. So that's why they're here a little bit down here. Also, there's right now some FUD about Ethereum. But when we look at the numbers, it's wrong. I have the same feeling always, but it's not the case. It's wrong. The numbers prove this, or maybe my numbers are wrong. Maybe I have to double check. We will see. Okay, so the Nasdaq effect is not as big as the people are always telling. That's what the numbers are telling me. Let's move on. We have the portfolio since this mid of December. So yeah, basically no movement in March right now. 10% still every day the same right now. But it's also not a big drop. So yeah, I mean, I'm okay. But yeah, I hope there will be some movement right now. So you can see DigiHost is right now 9%, Argo 15, Bitfarms 15, Hive 14, HUD 823, DMG Blockchain 6%, and KR1 18%. KR1 did very well in the last few days. That was good. And right now I'm implementing a new portfolio goal. Because I'm a little bit too much focused on the miners, I will add some exchange, crypto exchange stocks. I will add a manufacturer there, and 1 or 2 other categories. So I think the miners in the new goal will be like 55% of my portfolio. You know that I love the miners. I understand the miners very well, and that's why they will always have the biggest position in my portfolio. But I will add a few other types of crypto stocks because they all have the different rhythm. And if you are all in miners and the miners are all down, it's very boring. And yeah, we could see that in the last few weeks that BMXI, for example, this exchange stock was moving very nice. Yeah, and I want to be a little bit more diversified, but my focus will still be on the miners. But I will wait for the implementation of this, and I will show you this when it's completed. Not yet right now. I will wait for the next big leg up. I hope I can sell some stocks at the top, and yeah, then I wait for the correction, and then I want to start the new portfolio. But right now I'm patient. I will do nothing. First, I need this breakout to the upside, which will eventually come, hopefully. Okay, yeah, guys, so it's going to be a rough ride. There will be 50% drops in one day. Can you handle this volatility? To succeed, you need a lot of know-how and nerves of steel. So right now, a lot of people are getting impatient. They say, okay, they will never move. I move on. I mean, I will not always be the motivator, because that's not my job. I see me more as an analyst. I want to give the news. I want to inform you. I want to help you to make decisions. But I'm not the motivator, and the farther we come in this bull market, the more risky is it for me to tell you always it will go up, it will go up. So I will not do this anymore, because this is not my job. I think Bitcoin and these miners and so on, they are very fair. The people that deserve it, they understand the fundamentals. They will make the money, and they will make the right decisions, and the impatient people, they don't understand what they're investing, they will not. So yeah, you have to decide to which group do you want to, in which group do you want to be. I don't tell you that it's gonna be always go up. I see a lot of potential in these stocks, you know this, but it should be your own decision. And yeah, I will not be always the motivator here. Yeah, the part 2 is the BLONITY forecast for 2021. So no big changes here. The market cap, you can see it here. Hive 16 to 21, HOD 20 to 30 billion, Bitfarms 5 to 7.2, Argo from 8 to 11 billion, Mara 46 to 62 billion, DigiHost 1.5 to 2 billion, and Riot 17 to 23 billion. This is, in my opinion, possible if Bitcoin goes to 200,000 US dollars in this year. But guys, this is no financial advice. This is just my opinion. And yeah, let's move on. We have the share prices here. Hive 45 to 60, HOD 180 to 240, Bitfarms 43 to 58, Argo Blockchain 21 to 27, Mara 300 to 480, DigiHost 26 to 34, and Riot 217 to 290. So yeah, also for Bitcoin at 200,000. And yeah, people are always asking me, yeah, why, for example, is Bitfarms so low and HOD so high? Yeah, first of all, this is my model. This is based on income. And you know that HOD 8, for example, has a huge, should have a huge income because of big revaluation of these digital currencies. So yeah, this is my model. I think I will build another model soon, which is less dependent on the HODL excellence. But I will not change this model here. I will continue with this because no one knows how this plays out. And I really want to value this, that a company is holding Bitcoins. This is very important for me. And yeah, for example, Bitfarms, I double checked this again, why they're not so high right now. The thing is with Bitfarms, first of all, they have not big HODL right now, but they're starting now to HODL, so they should improve here. The second part is they have not more disclosed hash rate in this year, not more than 1.3 exahash. They have it right now operational, so they are the leaders. But they're telling us they will have a goal of 3 exahash, but there's nothing disclosed right now for 2022. Yeah, there are additional 5 exahash, but this is not right now included in my model here. The other part is they had huge fixed costs in the past. So for example, HOD 8 or Argo, they had like in one quarter like 1 million in expenses, or Argo even less. And Bitfarms had like in the last quarter and the last financials, they had like 3.5 million in expenses or something like this, because they had a loan, they have huge lease and all these things. So yeah, I will wait for the next financial this week. I will double check this again. Maybe they were able to reduce the expenses because I think they paid back the whole loan and so on. But that's right now one of the few reasons why Bitfarms is not at the level at HOD 8. But I think Bitfarms has a huge potential, and I think this is one of the stocks which can increase here in the forecast when they make the right moves. We will see how this all plays out. Also, you can see Mara is very high, but they have so much hash rate upcoming. I think this is really possible, but Bitcoin needs to go to 200,000 US dollars. This is the leverage forecast right now for Hive here on the 35 PE. It's 14 for HOT 25, for Bitfarms 10, for Argo 7 right now, Mara 10, DigiHost 13, and Riot 4. I mean, if Argo, for example, can disclose some hash rate for the new 200 megawatt facility there for this year, would be nice. Yeah, we will see. But this is also no financial advice. This is also if Bitcoin goes to 200,000 US. Yeah, then I have a little bonus here, my forecast for Q1 2021. So when this ends here within 10 days, these are the mined Bitcoin equivalents here, what these companies should have mined within quarter. So Hive should be number 1. Most of this is Ethereum here. Then we have HODLX like close to 600 Bitcoins, Bitfarms more than 600 Bitcoins, Argo close to 400 Bitcoins, Mara close to 200 Bitcoins, DigiHost like 100 Bitcoins, and Riot like 530 Bitcoins or something like this. Yeah, we will see whether I'm correct. If you want to have more information, go to patreon.com/BLONITY, sign up there. I made a forecast for all the Q1 results for all these companies there this weekend. In the first calculation, I had a little bug there in the revaluation, but I think it's now correct. Yeah, we will see whether I'm right or wrong, but these financials are released in May, so we have to wait a little bit. Yeah, guys, and yeah, we're coming to the end now. I hope you have a lot of fun. You had a lot of fun with this presentation, and you think always like a whale. Don't be impatient because of the day-to-day price action. Use your time not watching the price the whole day. Make some analysis. Try to search the next big bagger company. Try to find new interesting companies and analyze them. This is much more important than watching the day-to-day price action because it's very manipulated and you can get very easy frustrated with this action. Because I'm in here for the end of the year goal here for my big gains and not on the day-to-day price action. Okay, guys, so I think that's it for today. Thank you very much and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.